traveling to Busan. Initiating match. Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one.
Alright, apologies for anyone who might have been watching that. That was me trying to figure this out, but we're joining Chocobros versus Stevenson University. Looks like Chocobros took the first fight. At the moment, I'm solo casting. This is just me producing off of my own view, but trying to get as many games streamed as possible. So this is what we got. Looks like a pretty fun matchup between two teams who have been in the league for a couple seasons now. Apologies, I'll hide my chat after this. Pie with the huge shatter.
Geez, they're deep in this spawn.
Yeah, it's been a bit one-sided right now, but thanks for joining me, Milk. I've been sitting
Sure.
quietly.
Okay, Stevenson pulling it back here, at least. Taking advantage of... It's gonna be tough for them to touch, though.
Yeah, they're gonna need to touch in 1 second. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he barely got that, yeah.
And they're able to turn the point around. It looked like Chocobros were ready to push their spawn into oblivion, but
They have literally 5 ults, too, so hopefully they can keep us for a bit.
sorry folks, I'm trying to get used to this. Alright,
Oh, big eat by the diva.
watching that. I'm trying to figure this out. We're joining Chocobros for Stevenson University. Well, that looks like map 1's gonna go to the Chocobros.
Indeed. This game? I don't understand why the colors are always opposite for me, but I'll have to. At least I know these two teams, so I can do it by names.
Yeah, that's the lucky part.
Ready for battle.
On the right side for me in red, we have Stevenson University, and on the left is Chocobros in blue.
Five, four, three, two.
We're gonna see mirror comps here. I think this is the comps that both teams played last round as well.
It is. Oh, and that's a big wall by Popcorn to initiate this fight. A lot of damage came out there for Chocobros on
Stevenson's looking to drop point here, but not in sync, and their McCree gets punished. And their Ryan is getting bullied.
Safra just has the high ground here. He's just able to take advantage of this and shoot down from above. We see, how do you say that name? Machidi? Macchiotti?
I think, yeah, Macchiati probably, or yeah. They don't have a diva to contest that. McCree on high ground's kind of rough. Having to drop to point as Orisa, like.
Yeah, we see this. This was a double shield strat. I think we saw one Owl team play. I forget who it was exactly, but
Yeah, I know it was meta in my last patch, but Ursa just kind of got nerfed.
oh,
Big Jetter. Oh, Pi with the counter.
even bigger counter.
They should clean that up.
Wow, and that's a very adventurous high noon in there.
Pi didn't need the beat, but oh, the beat was too late by Stevenson. These colors, bro, are just throwing me off so hard, but.
So they have a Mei ult coming out of Bowie here. The bow tie, sorry.
Huge wall to block the Diva ult. But he just kind of walks in and doesn't have his team with him.
Yeah, it's just such a disadvantage right now, I think, compositionally.
I tend to agree, and I would like to at least see them try to like fake, you know, right side then go left, or they need to mix it up in some way because going through this choke's not working out.
It's gonna be last touch here and last fight. The bow tie held onto his Mei ult there, so he might use it early here. It's a big wall actually by Popcorn. It's gonna delay them enough. They really need to touch here. Oh, that's a
Again, Stevenson, yeah, they just seem to be really split when taking fights, and I know they had to touch fast there, but no one's really together.
Play of the game.
Ponyo. Lady Enya.
Double kill.
Oh,
Need to disable match chat. Milk match chat, where am I gonna find that?
I think it's a command. Let me Google it real quick. Oh, I think it's hide, like slash H. Yeah, do slash hide chat.
Wonderful. You just let me know if they request.
All right, we'll do. We're not running lobby, thankfully, so I don't even think we have to worry about it.
So I guess a little history on the teams. The Chocobros won the Division 2, or I guess it was called the Division 1 last season, which is our highest division underneath the GM division. They're a very good team of good friends. They've been together for a long time, which is really cool. Ignored Pies, sort of their team captain, along with Popcorn, along with Enya. It's tough to tell because all three of them have, I think, taken a shot at the role. And Stevenson, Mustangs now, played with us prior season as Stevenson University. Sami's and Duostin are the two names that stick out to me here. I think Johnny as well.
Traveling to Dorado.
Oh yeah, Bowtie I think was on the team back then as well.
Also a good team. I believe they were Div 1 as well, because we played against them when we were on the Young Bombers.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago, but yes. Not last season, like quite a few seasons ago, but
It's funny how a long while ago in gamer terms is 6 to 10 months, you know?
that's true, yeah. I've been a part of this community for like over a year now, but it seems like an eternity.
Yeah, it really does. It feels like a lifetime of.
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
So I don't know if this is gonna hold true, but we see McCree Hanzo from Choco rather than the May, as Popcorn was playing before. It looks like we might see Dive out of Stevenson, which is kind of fun.
Oh yeah, thankfully this map has a little bit more versatility than standard Brawl comp every time. My game crashed, by the way, so
Okay.
invite me in just a second.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Is that a hog? Oh wow, we might see Somi and Johnny playing. Oh, and they get that hook. That was beautiful on them. They're gonna demech their diva right away. Wow, what a smart little hook there. Hope they get this diva out of mech here. Oh, but Popcorn gets the pick. Oh boy. And did she get her mech back? Oh no. That's an unfortunate and brilliant play that did not result in what I thought it would. Oh, and Johnny goes down. See the duel here happening on the high ground. Go to Popcorn spec.
See through the dragon's
Yeah, just invite me back when you get a chance.
I'm gonna do that right now. See Somber in the back line right now.
Dive didn't seem to last long. I think that was
Well,
Stevenson on it. Or...
Stevenson rolled out with a Hog Orisa and actually picked Maki. Oh, and that's a huge shatter from Pi. He's gonna have the support of Enya's ult here and keep him up.
Oh yeah, and he actually gets out alive. That's huge.
We just see Sombra in the back line here, running around a little bit. Get my
Should be able to possibly farm EMP in time for next fight. They're doing a good job of scouting them, trying to spot her.
Yeah, she's close to EMP.
I might need this later.
It looks like she's actually not going to try to build it for this next fight.
Oh, but gets detected and still detected too. So they're gonna know that they're moving right.
Did pull a lot of attention from Hanzo. Maybe they can take advantage of the front line, but that bomb's going to keep them away. And I going deep with the charge. Let's see.
Oh, and they
Has
stun
enough fault from the team. Oh yeah, that was huge.
They're gonna push Sapper into this. Oh, this ult usage of.
And these high noons have been on point every time. He's just taking safe angles. I think that's probably Bobo, right?
I believe so, yes. And
Okay, yeah.
it's such good support too from his team to properly shield.
Chocobros have always been good at that. Like, if one person tries to make a play, it's not their team being scared to follow up or give support. It's like they're always on the same page. I think that's what makes them really strong.
Well, the EMP is going to come out here, and this is going to be the win condition for them. They get the main tank, they get Pi. He does go down. This dragon may cut their attack off.
Yeah, that was really good to keep them back, but still, the EMP was big enough to kind of force Choco to be low.
Oh, and Friggy gets popcorn on the high ground. This is pretty big. Oh, but unfortunately their brig is running rampant in the back. Sitting on guard.
Somewhat, but I think she's about to be dealt with.
Well, Pi shatters.
Pi going with the heroic shatter there, but unfortunately got blocked.
Let's see if McCree can get out here.
Should be able to out the back, yeah. Popcorn's got high ground here. We're gonna see a Hanzo v Hanzo battle possibly.
Oh, and Meeman actually does get Sappho, which is a big stagger, even though the... Oh, and all the shatter here is crazy. And he goes down, and Maki gets the Hanzo Storm Arrow. Or,
Unfortunate.
ultimate.
I think that was the shatter was. I like the idea of shattering there. Just Choco was ready for it, and I don't think Stevenson was quite ready to push in off it. They could have at least picked Hanzo and got like a 4v6 if they played it right.
Oh, and it doesn't get anyone. They imagine. Ugh. But they do get
This-
Popcorn's ult, so.
Man, they're gonna be able to abuse the Orisa Ryan comp even harder on the second point because Popcorn and Boba are both sitting high. I think that I'll call him Sappho, but they're both sitting high ground and just getting a ton of value. Diva as well on this second point. I think Choco has a huge advantage in comp.
They're ulting in spawn here. And Pi gets another big shatter. It's not looking great for Stevenson here.
Definitely not. Choco doing a really good job of pushing up into spawn, but still being disciplined enough not to just feed and Pi with a huge shatter. Pi's still trying to fight in this in this spawn area,
Yeah, he does get
and
hacked.
it's gonna work.
Sappho gets the bow tie. Popcorn gets Sami.
Moira might be doing work here in the back line, but the sustain from Brig Moira is just too much. It's tough to do anything solo as Moira. Now she's just getting staggered.
Watch Pi's spec right now because this is his last fight and he's been very impactful in this.
I would expect to see an EMP shatter after this dragon comes out.
Oh, here's a chance. Oh, nice. Good stall, but Pi needs to go down here. Oh, nobody dies after this EMP shatter. It's not looking good for Stevenson.
Yeah, I would have really liked to see Stevenson try to force them onto point first before going for the EMP shatter because Pi had like high ground on the stairs right there, and it was just like an awkward shatter angle. Like he did shatter like 3 or 4 people, but you know, Pi just dropped and was able to help his team, and same with supports.
0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
I think the May like hold close in the building strat is going to be possibly a good strat here
Yeah,
because you need to stall as much as possible.
yeah, that would be definitely advisable for Stevenson. Sit in this room, probably play the May Reaper with the Diva, Ryan, or even if they want to force the Orisa, I mean, you could put the shield behind you, maybe pull it away from you.
Only thing is, I know Choco's not afraid of just going full spam, Barra, Junkrat, Hanzo, you know, and if you run full spam, it counters that pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Attackers
just
incoming in
blow them
30
up until you get ult kind of thing.
Or just like constant shield pressure, like Arista doesn't have the resources she used to have to deal with that. But they're not running that anyway. They're just going to be on traditional Brian Diva.
And playing on the high ground. That'd be interesting to see if Choco does go with this Junkrat Ash combo.
1. Attackers incoming.
It's just like it'll be.
Oh no, pop! Oh,
Oh,
pop!
it will be Ash. Good call. I think if I'm Stevenson here, I want to get as much value as I can from high ground, and then drop once card gets the choke.
I want to watch some Spectre. I'm gonna need to see the Diva be very impactful here.
Big pick from Bowtie. And Bowtie also forcing Diva off the high ground, making space for the team.
We have Somi on the Rhine now. And we see Johnny switch onto the Diva, which we've kind of been hinting at being a good suggestion for Stevenson. So let's see if this can help. Diva goes down.
Fortunately, D-Mac's pretty quick there.
Somi's kind of low and he has Discord on him, so that's unfortunate. He goes down to a lot of shield break over the course of that fight.
Oh yeah, against let's see, against Junkrat Ash or just Junkrat in general. Once your Diva goes down early like that, there's not much you can do as Ryan. You just kind of have to charge in and hope for a pick.
I think Diva's going to be able to fight this point, or at least touch, yeah.
For a second, maybe she's really low.
Tamara uses her ult here to keep itself alive.
Yep, they need to pick a target off that. They should clean that up.
Do it.
Chocobros.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
And it's gonna be tough for Stevenson to even get a good fight here. I feel like some bad, like their whole team is spawning mine. They should be able to touch, but if I was Choco, I'd be looking to pick this, like push this Ryan fast. And that Shatter just does exactly that with no backup. So
Such nice mechanics, being all alone there and still getting that May.
Stevenson blowing ults really quick here, but they do need to touch fast. That was a little too desperate in my opinion.
Oh, the bomb almost gets a couple, but unfortunately it's going to be a lost fight. Bob's putting in work here.
Yeah, I think they thought they had to touch faster than they really did and just kind of blew ults and without much thought into it.
So that's Choco taking second map now.
Play of the game.
Let's see this break play of the game.
Turning defense into offense. You've got some moves.
Okay, nice.
Very impactful. The amazing Moira and Reinhardt play together. It is currently 2-0 for Choco after 2 maps, obviously, over Stevenson. So Milk, how was your day?
Busy work day, but good to be home and see some high level Overwatch.
I feel you there. Busy for me as well. Let's take a look at some player profiles. So we see Ignored Pie here. Masters tank, main tank. Safra.
I think Pi is like significantly the lowest ranked player. The rest of the team should be like, 4.2 ish. Aside from maybe Ponyo.
Oh, it's cool to see Tamhera playing. Oh, I guess yeah, they have a lot of. They're high, they're GM, low GM on all roles, so they're a flex player. We know Popcorn here, longtime league member, and Macchiato. Then we got Duostin for Stevenson. Support.
Even though Pi is the lowest ranked player on his team, he definitely doesn't play like that. I think he's really good in a team setting. He's always been tough to deal with every time I've had to play against him.
Oh yeah, his ability on Reinhardt is impressive.
Just like, yeah, especially knowing how deep he can go without actually dying. Like the amount of times I get that dude like 1 health and then he still gets out, it's so frustrating.
Nice. And Johnny's top 500 it was a season top 500. So once again, Division 2, or what are we calling it, Milk? Is it Division 1 still, or?
It's Div 1, yeah.
Yeah, Div 1.
Yep. Teams just we keep getting more teams, keep getting stronger, and so Div 1 is last season it was only like 4 teams, which was interesting, but this season it's a lot bigger and more competitive, it seems like. So hopefully somebody can give Choco a run for their money, because I don't think they barely dropped a map like last season.
Yeah, they put on a dominant performance, and it seems like today they've continued last season into this season.
There's talk about them joining the GM division, but I think we just got so many GM teams that it made more sense for them to be in Div 1.
Yeah, because they're right on the cusp of being that low to middle 4K, but they're just a bit under on average, so it does impact their placement in the league.
It's called the GM division, but it's not like it's a 4K teams or even 4.1. Like most of them are T3 or almost. So
yeah, exactly. 4.4, 4.3 average teams is that's tier 3 caliber. We see a swap in here for Stevenson. We've put in radioactive. Should we change up the player icon? Now that BAP is nerfed out of control.
Yeah.
Now, if I change it to Anna, will I get good at Anna?
Perhaps worth a shot.
Maybe. All right, map 3. Here we go. Just those joining us late. It's 2-0 for our friends Chocobros.
Steven's chosen Hanamura.
The Shimada Bro map.
Indeed, I don't think we'll see any here, but you never know.
Some Genji play.
Bobo Genji is pretty scary, and Popcorn Hanzo as well. So
yeah, that would be actually fun to watch those two doing some role play on the.
Popcorn Genji is good too, actually.
I don't know if I've seen Popcorn play too much Genji. I know Bobo has destroyed us in the past.
Almost disgusting, yeah.
Just absolutely nano blade destruction.
I think Popcorn used to play more Genji. I don't see it Like, I don't know about it anymore, but
Attackers
And for those tuning
incoming
in,
30 seconds.
we try to produce and stream and cast as many games as possible. So that's why tonight I got the
One hand
reins. I am by no means a
the other
producer
takes away.
or a caster, but I'm trying. And anyone who wants to give their hand at it, we're open to your
What do you think
your
you're
efforts
doing?
and suggestions.
absolutely. We do prefer to obviously stream these games as opposed to not stream. So
One.
whatever we can get is
Incoming.
what we go with.
Defend
And
objective A.
Choco playing super far up here, and looks like it's gonna work.
Well, we have popcorn. Sorry, apologies, not popcorn. Johnny was on the flank there.
I didn't see Johnny. I was kind of wondering where the ball was, but
They've elected to stay in this room. They've hacked May here.
oh yeah, that's a super ideal target. Like, if you can take the May out, kind of screws a comp like this.
Oh, Bowie has gotten on point. It's forced them out of their little spot there, which is positive.
Only momentarily.
Yeah, only momentarily. Yeah. We're gonna see Pi get. Oh, they did get a tick out of that though.
And I think Stevenson could potentially wall them off and just go straight to point here, because they're losing this brawl every time. They kind of need to do something to get Choco out of their comfort zone.
See if they can get Sappher here.
Okay, the teleport
Yeah, the teleport is getting them
gets
closer
to
to
tick
the
for
tick.
Yep. They're gonna need more than that. The sim all comes out, but much too late in this fight to get any value.
Always leave yourself a back door.
So let's watch Sappher's view here too, because he's gonna have EMP, and I would bet that they will probably initiate with it on this fight. I know Pi has Shatter, and this could be a very big.
Oh yeah, this is a fatty inferior.
Oh, but the wall goes out.
The May wall is massive.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's impactful for them. Oh, re-elect.
I think Choco will clean this up with the May ult. I really thought Sim was a good plan, but they seem to have switched off that pretty soon. But it definitely, I mean, it got them a tick. It got them the closest fight they've had so far from Stevenson. You know, maybe they're trying to deal with Sombra, but and they do just that, so that's huge.
You know, you gotta give it to Stevenson here. They're putting up a good fight.
For sure. This is going to be a massive shatter.
Oh, we see a lot of ults committed from them. And they might be able to take this point. It looks like they have this point. Ponyo and Baby Diva are on map. It's, you know, it's definitely winnable. Sapphire's here in the backside to stall out. Lose them some time, but this is going to be a win for Stevenson, and good for them to get this point.
Absolutely. I don't think you can worry about wasting too many ults there. You just really need to take the point, and now you buy yourself another 3.5 minutes.
Objective B.
The May ult especially was needed there. Like they're gonna go straight to point here from mid, or maybe just poke a bit in this high ground stage, but
They lose their Moira here early, which really sucks.
Group up.
They're coming up on McCree ult, Stevenson that is, and they might even consider going mid here, fast. It might be a Hopefully
They have to know that Bobo has EMP at this point, or Sapphire has EMP, so let's see how they play around that. Potentially baiting it out, or I'd like to see Johnny save wall for see if he can get one like he did last time the EMP.
Yeah, they're gonna rotate point. They gotta go quick here. Oh, Bobo gets 3 in the back, including their D.Va.
Yep, that will get D.Va at least.
Shatter gets Duos in, but he misses him and gets Ryan instead. And it looks like Choco is going to clean up the point here. And Mima jumps up the map.
Choco had to use 3 ults there, but the Shatter from Pi really cleaned everything up.
Yeah, I mean, Stevenson did not use a lot of ults there. They're gonna come into this next fight very well equipped, and Meeman, assuming they live through it, will probably get their ult to hopefully help this push.
Choco has really good economy right now, like Popcorn with Freeze and Rally. I like their chances in this fight, even though
Almost get Popcorn there on the high ground. Oh, we see a big
shatter from Somi.
We need them to follow up. The wall by Popcorn preemptively was actually
They really did need more follow-up on that. They're gonna have to beat and just to even stay in the fight at all.
Well, unfortunately, Stevenson really gets split by that Male, and it kind of really impacted their push there. And D.Va's gonna get staggered here. She's gonna want to get herself to a cliff or die as quick as possible. I think Choco, they understand there's more than one fight here if they try to fight that. So I thought they might push spawn there if there was less time.
You remember that Sam guy? That might be radioactive. Like, I know I remember that name.
Oh yeah.
That was, yeah. I don't know that that's him, but it could be.
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
30 seconds remaining.
Big wall from Popcorn. They can easily kill some of you.
Oh, and there's a big hack there on Johnny.
Yeah, Stevenson unfortunately has basically 0 chance of winning this. Moira's gonna still give it her best effort. Perhaps a 1v6 pop off here. It really just feels like Choco is more decisive in neutral fights and kind of knows when to be aggressive and pushing at the same time. And definitely ult planning is stronger.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're seeing Stevenson split. Their front line and their back line are getting disconnected a little bit. It could just be from a little bit of a lack of communication, and Choco seems to be very tight together in their coordination. Their Reinhardt doesn't get split very often from their Moira, etc., which is to their advantage. We saw Popcorn's ult there on the high ground plus EMP really stop that 1.5 or 2.5 minute push, where Stevenson did have ult economy, but the 3 ults used versus theirs just did not. Well, it prevailed for Choco.
Oh yeah, and Choco is playing tight, but still like applying pressure from different angles. Like you'll see Popcorn with me kind of take flanks if he has an opportunity to. You know, not huge flanks, but having like shift and self-sustainability means that you're not necessarily going to get caught out and punished for it. And the Sombra was just like a thorn in their side the whole time that they had to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bobo and Popcorn's coordination on DPS is really nice. It seems like they isolate key figures like D.Va a lot together.
Right.
At the beginning of a fight, they're together, but the secondary part of the fight, they're actually really on the same target, and that could be from calling or experience together. Number of things. And we're gonna see the Sim TP to point.
Stevenson just letting him have it, but punishing the teleporter as soon as possible.
Kind of looked like Pi had just decided, you know what, we're gonna just dry push this. And... Sorry, guys.
Just the basic like coordination from Stevenson is off at times. Just, you know, they get a stun on the team with McCree, but the rest of the team is not there to follow up on it. but still they were able to win that fight. Just because they punished the teleporter like you're supposed to, like collapsing on it at one point as fast as possible.
See Widow, sorry, Popcorn, not Widow on Popcorn. See if we can get picks here in the back line.
Stevenson will probably just be playing point here and make sure their head's not peeking out.
Oh, Popcorn gets hit by Bo.
Oops. Just gotta be really careful here. Good Moira ult. And Kree ult taking space.
I mean, this is anyone's fight, but I think Stevenson can actually win this. Popcorn
I do too,
doesn't
unless
lose.
Popcorn.
Oh, and Pi gets.
Oh, that's a big shatter for Pi.
And that newly buffed Sim, plus obviously a Mega Meld Shield. Is, you hate to see it.
And after the McCree ult and Moira ult, it seemed like Stevenson had the advantage there, but Choco just does a really good job of not panicking. Kind of just like turtling up and then waiting for an advantage and pushing hard. Team. And they're looking to go fast here off teleporter. Johnny with high ground advantage here. Let's see if he's able to.
Oh, big bomb, maybe? It's kind of an open fight, but it looks like Choco might have the coordination on the point. But if they can get Pi down, like he's getting the support he needs. They don't seem to be killing him. Look at Pi taking all of that damage, and the team just cannot finish him off. Let's see if Johnny can get anyone with his high noon and can be clutch. Oh, we just see the Chocobros. The beta
Looking
man.
really strong here. Gonna have 6 people on point here. It's gonna be tough for Stevenson to stall.
Oh, and that shatter gets memeing. Just ball left, and then it's some ticks are gonna go up on the board. Beautiful coordination.
Yep. You really need that for that second point or else they'll stall forever.
It's a well played fight.
Another Brig plays the game.
Yeah, these Brig play of the games are back to back.
That's actually surprising they don't need Lucio. Like,
We saw that last night in the GM match. The eventual winner of that match, they ended up dropping the Lucio and played the Moira Brig, and they ended up reverse sweeping their opponent, and it was really impressive to see. They played it for this like really passive chip damage style. It seemed really dominant, and I'm not sure I really understand the nerf. Or did the nerf go in for Brig? So it's interesting to see her.
she does do, yeah, she does less heals overall, but maybe just like philosophically teams are figuring that comp works out for their playstyle. So would they play that on like attack and defense and most maps?
Yeah, I think they played it. I could be wrong, but I think King's Row and I believe Illy or one of the 2CP for the Game 5 decider, I believe they played it.
Gotcha. It's definitely a slower comp. Like, I know traditionally when Brig was played, it was with Lucio, and you would try to take fights really fast because you don't have sustain. But swapping the Lucio for Moira, it turns into much of a slower comp, I would assume.
Absalon, who I believe is Rioter. I think it's Rioter. Thank you for that tip. Using Q and E to go up and down. Did not know that. Looks like you should volunteer to help us record games.
Dude, you didn't. So what has it been? It's just been like on one plane the whole time, like WASD.
A little bit of that, yeah. You know,
Okay.
I'm
Not
working.
bad. Yeah.
A lot of
I think you're supposed to first person a lot as observer anyway.
Yeah, I do a little bit of that. I like the overview, the game overviews.
I do too. I prefer that because I just like to see what everybody's doing.
If we had a crazy play-by-play caster with us tonight, then I'd probably be doing more of that or trying to.
Gotcha.
However,
Yeah.
it's kind of nice when we're just, trying to show the game for what it is.
Oh yeah, just casually bringing stuff up. Yeah. Mm.
Initiating
Oh, look at this. Q&E, Rider to the rescue. Absalom,
You can
sorry.
shift, by the way, to go fast too. Shift goes fast. Control goes slow.
Oh,
QE.
game over, guys. I figured it out. Oh. Oh, yeah, we're flying now. Do you agree? Yes.
Don't go too fast though. You don't want to cause any motion sickness for the viewers out there.
ready for battle.
Supposedly a controller. I mean, not supposedly. The controller is probably best for this just because of the sticks, but we actually tried it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So, those joining us late, it is currently 3-0 for Chocobros here at Revolution. We do just for our season play. So this season seeds you into a finals tournament. We ask that teams play all 4 maps, regardless of a 3-0 situation, because maps count for your eventual seeding at the end of for the tournament, which is for the monies and for the glory.
Yep, this will be the last map, and thankfully we get to see some exciting dive comps instead of the brawl that we've seen most of the match so far.
Whoa, match is very low here.
Jeez, they've punished that Winston so hard going in. Chocobros did. But Johnny's able to retreat. Heal up a bit. Trades going on, Lucio for Doomfist. And losing the Winston and the D.Va mech, that's going to be up for Stevenson this fight.
Oh, Pi might go
Oh,
down here.
Pi is legit 1 health.
Oh, the res is ready. Ponyo, Enya is ready for that. Ponyo. Sorry,
Very
not
true.
Enya. That's an old habit, dice hard.
Oh yeah, I've been calling Saf or Bobo the whole time.
I'm pretty sure it's Bobo.
I am too, just because he asked for the role.
Okay, so who... Frigi's gonna have ult here.
No one can hide from my sight.
Time to raise my APM.
They're gonna have to dive, I believe. The McCree is gonna be their target here.
For sure, but Popcorn just punches them off. Like McCree's playing with the team, retreating back. It's super hard to get to him without getting hit yourself.
You see a high noon coming out of Bobo here. Oh, he does get picked
Oh,
off by
and he gets punished for it.
Bowtie. Popcorn.
Stevenson's on his totally alone, yeah, even.
Oh, unfortunate. The fight was looking good there until Popcorn got that pick on the high ground and then eventually really ceased to function there.
Chocos is just playing defensive dive really strong right here. I think Stevenson's best chance is just a pick from their sniper, to be honest. Like, their tanks don't want to commit too hard, they just want to kind of make space and take attention away. Open things up for Bowtie and Friggy, although he swapped to McCree.
Yeah, like with the comp that Choco's running, the only realistic dive target is the McCree for Chocos. We see Popcorn gets
Which
mercy.
hasn't been working, yeah.
Oh, and they almost lose their mercy. We're gonna watch, see if Johnny gets picked here.
Okay, 4v6 for Stevenson. Bowtie, though, gets caught out.
They may get the McCree here. Oh, but he's getting pocketed. Oh, unfortunate for Johnny there. He almost gets a pick, but the team is just there to support.
Really unfortunate for Meme, like, slept Pi, and after he had ulted, and the bomb, like, woke him up. That was on point.
After this match, we're just gonna relax and unwind. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this advertisement here. The Glenwald Glenn.
Oh yeah.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Du mår bättre snart.
Alright, Bowie has his walls right now. Let's see if we can get a pick. Oh, this could be a big ball. Oh, it doesn't get anyone. Fortunate.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that was a little too ambitious to go in there.
Oh, and unfortunately we watched Popcorn just wreck Friggy as he's about to high noon, and Johnny's here on the point alone. This will be the end of the fight. I don't even know if he'll be able to touch.
Helden sterben nicht.
Round 1 complete.
I gotta say, Popcorn on Doom was
0.
kind of the biggest factor in that match, just because anytime they tried to do any sort of dive, like the Doom Punch was there to get that person out of position.
Match.
Yeah, he certainly came in at those times that were just extremely interruptive.
Basically protecting Saffron McCree. Like, the Winston would jump in, he gets punched, so he doesn't have position on McCree anymore. And that just happened repeatedly. Yeah, I think if I'm Stevenson here, I'd want to go potentially bunker comp,
Ready.
even though it can be kind of easily countered. I just wouldn't like my chances dive v dive based off how the map just went last round.
Yeah, I think Stevenson should just, play their heart out,
Attackers
finish the
incoming
match,
in 30 seconds.
and enjoy a cool glass of Glen Walls 2030. Relax and unwind. It's a tough spot to be in after, a very good team like Chocobros shows their dominance, and
5, 4,
can't let it get to you. You just got to keep fighting.
1.
For sure, still early in the season.
Yeah, first game,
Just gotta play for fun and
no biggie. Oh, we see Bowie getting an early pick. I'm sorry for not having been on his spec here. I was drinking too much whiskey. Zenyatta.
it's actually oil, right?
Is it? Oh, it's like
Yeah. Yeah. His Ash just got thrown totally out.
oh, he's getting some Ash damage. Oh, he gets the Diva.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep on his.
Popcorn is totally uncontested diagram here though.
Oh, he gets popcorn too. Popping off.
Okay, except from the Ash. Nice job both sides.
He has to watch his left side though right now.
This was the expected conclusion.
Mora doing a good job of staying alive. Doing shift on cooldown.
Yeah, they managed to prevent a tick from coming in, and they rush back. We see Popcorn on Genji, like you were predicting. Duosin gets a nice pick on Popcorn though, and they've managed to outlast that first engage, which is big. They have some hero swaps, which kind of can mess with their ult economy, and they need to support the Bowtie on high ground right now. He needs the healing. He's been doing a lot for their team. I'm gonna go back to his spec here for this fight because he will be integral with his bomb. Oh no!
Wow.
So unfortunate. Oh,
That'll do it right there, looks like.
oh no, that's so sad to watch.
Did the McCree get stuck down there and then I just saw Ash like fall off?
Victory.
Well, GG's to both teams, and Chocobros will take the first game of their season, and the first game that we've casted from Div 1 against Stevenson Mustangs. I'm not sure if they're still affiliated with Stevenson University, but I know their name has been... Oh, and unfortunately to play the game, we're watching that really unfortunate Ash pick.
Nice stick though. But yeah, unfortunate that they kind of were both in that corner.
Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in. I believe some more well-seasoned producers will be broadcasting the next match this evening. Thank you.
Should be 30 minutes from now, yeah. 10 Eastern.
Should we do a loot box opening stream now? I got 92.
Go for it. I got like 300, so.
Oh, I'm just kidding. All right. Stay tuned for some late night activities happening after this.
Yep.